for leading the novena tonight for today.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Ed.
Thank you
Thank
so
you, Ed.
much.
Thank you also.
Again, hello,
Thank you, Ed.
everyone.
Thank you, Eden. Thank you, Ina.
You're welcome. Thank
Yes,
you for
thank
being
you.
here.
Thank you, Ina.
Hi again, guys. Thank you so much for being here today on our day 5 of our novena for Mommy Ju. So as always, after this novena, for those who would like to stay, please feel free to stay. I believe meron tayong mga mag-share for today. I think I will call on first si Ian. I heard from Kim na Ian would like to say some words. Ate Ix, kamusta? Ready na ba?
Yes, he's here.
Yay!
Naka-ano na.
Hi everyone.
Hello!
Wait lang.
Medyo naka-idlip ako eh. Sorry.
No problem. Feel free.
Si Luna, baka gusto mauna.
So, hello. Para dun sa mga hindi nakakilala sa akin, I'm Ian. I'm the husband of X. Hello. Isa rin ako sa paborito ni Mami Ju, pagalitan. Okay.
Ba't mo alam?
All right. Okay. 16 years ago when I first met Mami Ju, and that was the time my wife introduced me to her as her boyfriend. So the three of us had dinner at Aliu's house, and from what I remember, she prepared her to use always cook the sopas, and according to her na dapat yung bell pepper sinasabay sa pagpapakulo para mas lumasa. And then the giniling torta, yeah, and with rice. So after that meeting with Mami Ju, I discovered how strict and how religious Mami Ju was. She was strict because dumating kasi sa point na hindi na ulit ako nakatuntong ng Aliw after that meeting, 4 months. So, yan. Religious because she brought X to seminary in Batangas sa mga bahay ng pare para daw maliwanagan. So,
Crystal, hindi lang ikaw yung pinadala ng pare. Ako pinadala pa sa pare.
sa bahay mismo ng mga pare.
Oo,
So,
ikaw yung tinutukoy ko nun, Ate Ix, tsaka wala yung isa dito, so bahala na siya magsabi.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, and the rest is history. So, going back, the first time we went back to the Philippines, that was Christmas season of 2019.
From
So,
here, from Australia.
Yeah, from Australia. So, bago pa lang kami umuwi, so pinag-uusapan na namin kung saan kami or kanino kami mag-spend ng Christmas at New Year. Because my mom and my siblings came also to the went back to the Philippines also from US to spend also the holiday season there. So we had a mini reunion also. So we have agreed that we will spend Christmas together with Mami Ju and family in Tagaytay. So meaning to say, we will spend the New Year with my family, with my own family, together with Ix and the kids. So, akala ko, okay na ang lahat, na pagkasunduan na ganun ang mangyayari. So, ganun ang scenario. But, Mami Ju, after the Christmas, Mami Ju was insisting na mag-New Year din kami sa kanila. So, sa Soler ata. So, sumama din daw kami sa countdown. So, sabi ko kay Ix, kala ko napag-usapan na natin to. Kala ko okay na, tapos na. So, si Mami Ju talagang nagpupumilit. Parang nagsabi pa yata siya kay Kuya Ed that time na, Ed, bilhan mo na lang sila ng ticket.
Para lang.
Kahit hindi mo na sabihin sa kanila. Kasi pag may ticket na, siguradong hindi na sila makakatanggi. So, doon ko napatunayan na si Mami Ju talagang gagawa at gagawa siya ng paraan para makasama yung mga mahal niya sa buhay. So yeah, we ended up we spent the New Year with my family, with my own family. So yun, another thing, Mami Ju loves our children so much. She never failed to ask if they are okay and always see to it that she will see them at least once a week. So especially our eldest son, Elijah. I can say that Elijah is her favorite. Okay. So when Elijah was 4 years old, that was the time Mami Ju started to pick him up from our house. That was every Friday. To spend the weekend in Aliw. So lagi siyang katabi ng Mami Ju matulog. So until nag-turn na ng 9 years old si Eli, so dun lang na kumbaga na stop kasi yun din yung year na nag-move na kami dito sa Australia. So yun, laging kapag pupunta si Eli sa Aliw, weekend, hatid ng Mami Ju sa bahay ng Sunday. Pero they will go to they will attend the mass first before niya ihatid si Eli on Sunday. So every time na umuwi si Eli sa bahay, lagi siyang may bitbit. Laging may dalang something. Bili ng Mami Ju. So kahit saan sinasama niya si Eli, kahit saan magpunta ang Mami Ju. So yeah, when we move here in Australia, we live in a remote town, Fitzroy Crossing in WA. So we lived there for almost 2 years. If you're going to say middle of nowhere, yes, indeed, it's in the middle of nowhere. So there are only 2,000 population there, and 99% of people living there are indigenous. But hindi yun sagabal o kumbaga hindi yun dahilan para ang Mami Ju hindi kami puntahan sa lugar namin. So who could imagine just after a year of our arrival in Australia, Mami Ju together with Kuya Ed's family and Ate Ed's family will visit that kind of place. I think that time Kuya Ega's family, I think they were in the US, I think. So if I'm not mistaken. So kaya hindi sila nakasama. So who could imagine that that kind of place, knowing that Mami Ju is mahilig mag-shopping. Kasi 5 establishments lang ang nandoon sa Fitzroy. So it's in the middle of nowhere nga. So, yun, naisip ko na nagawa ng Mami Ju for us. You know, so nag-drive sila ng 16 hours, which is 1,500 kilometers from Darwin, Australia, to our place. So, ano yan, isa sa mga memories na hindi namin malilimutan. So, I can call that, yeah, that's an everlasting love that Mami Ju gave to us. So, di mapapalitan ng kahit anumang bagay or pera yung ipinakita niya sa amin. Pagmamahal sa amin. Yeah, she embraced me, she embraced our kids, and she embraced our family. So, sorry. So actually, gumawa ko ng short letter for Mami Ju. Dear Mami Ju, thank you for raising the woman of my dreams. Thank you for Thank you for treating my wife as your own daughter and our children as your own grandchildren in every way. You have never once made them feel out of place in your family. And I'm truly grateful for that. Thank you for making me feel like a valued member of your family and for loving me as one of your own. I'm forever grateful. Mami Ju, you did not only give us life, but you gave us your life. When I think of all the blessings in our life, you were there right at the top of our list, It is not what we have in life, but whom we have in our life that matters. Thank you, Mami Ju, for being such an important part of our lives. We can never repay everything you have done for us, but I hope you know how much we loved and appreciated you. Anything is possible when you have the right people there to support you. And that's Mami Ju. Some people complain about their mothers-in-law. My only complaint is that I didn't have you in my life sooner. So lastly, every time kami mag-iwalay ng Mami Ju, lagi niya akong binibili ng the first time, right after our wedding. So nung lilipat na kami dun sa condo, I think, yeah, she hugged me and told me that take care of my daughter, take care of X. So that was right after our wedding. And second and the third time when we moved here in Australia at the airport, she told me also that take care of my daughter, take care of my apos, my grandkids. Ingatan mo sila lagi. Huwag mo silang pababayaan. But this time, hindi niya ako nabilinan. Pero lagi ko namang isa sa isip yung mga lagi mong bilin sa akin. I will take care of them. I will take care of my kids. I will take care of X. Thank you, Mami Ju. We love you so much. Thank you. That's it.
Thank you, Ian.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Oh, it's
Ian.
okay.
Thank you, Ian.
All right.
Thank you, Ian.
Thank you so much,
Okay.
Ian, for
Ian.
sharing
You're
all of
welcome.
that.
Thank you,
Marami
Ian.
pa sana kaso mahaba. Dami. Kaso yan, baka maubos oras.
You know, lahat kami witness talaga. All of us were witnesses of how Mommy Ju loved sila Ate Ix and Ian and the kids. I was also part of the trip to Australia. Nung nag-drive kami ng pagkahaba-haba, pero talagang si Mommy Ju sobrang excited na makita sila Ate Ix, si Ian, yung mga bata, na talagang chinaga niya talaga yung long drive na yon just to see all of them. And talaga, lalo na yan si Ate Ix na lumaki talaga sa tabi ni Mommy Ju from the beginning of time pa lang. Kaya, nako, iba talaga ang pagmamahal niya sa family nila, nila Ian and Ate Ix. Yes po.
Gusto pa ni Mommy Ju bumalik, diba?
Oh,
Yes,
I
in the
didn't
middle of nowhere.
know. I didn't. Oo, I'm sure willing siyang
Wala
bumalik
pang
doon.
bumalik.
I'm sure willing siyang bumalik doon. And I don't know if Kim shared this before na, kasi syempre si Mommy Ju mahal na mahal niya yung mga anak ni Ate Ix, nila Ian. Kasi may kaming mga cousins are mga ninang and ninong kami niya na mga anak nila. Kaya pag Christmas or birthday nila, may nagre-revolve na passbook dito sa Metro Manila.
Yes,
Na-
revolving passbook.
Oh, there's a revolving passbook here na pag hindi kami nag-deposit ng gift niyan, ang follow-up niyan talo pa yung kolektor sa bangko. Kailangan yung gift
That's
namin
true.
nandun. Yeah. Grabe
That's
yung-
true. Papadalan pa ako ni Mami Ju ng screenshot ng mga ng mga passbook. Oh,
Oo.
ayan. Pag-thank you ka na sa kanila, ha?
Oo.
Nag-deposit na sila ng mga regalo.
Grabe yan. All of us cousins, magte-text kami. Did you give na? How did you deposit? Wait lang, I'm at work pa. But no, nagmamadali na yung passbook. Kailangan i-deposit na yung pera. Thank you, Ian and Ate Ix. We
You're welcome po.
appreciate
Yeah.
yung sharing nyo sobra.
You're welcome.
Malapit na namin sabihin sa mami na, Mi, dollar earner na mga yun. Mas malaki na kita na sa amin.
Malaki na.
Hindi na deposit ko na 1,000, wala nang effect yan kila Elijah. Joke lang. Thank you. I believe we also have one more share. I'm just not sure if she's ready. I'd like to call Tita Lorraine. You're ready?
Yeah.
Yay, thank you.
Hi guys. Bear with me kasi I'm a little nervous. Hindi ako sanay magsalita sa a bunch of people, even though kung family. I've always been kind of shy in my own ways. Belly, I know how you feel. So there might be a point na I might switch to audio lang dahil I do get nervous, especially kung if I talk about Antillet, because I break down. So bear with me. I might switch to audio right now. Sorry. If nobody, bear with me. I'm the oldest daughter of Romy and Lina. Kapatid ko si Ray tsaka si Jay. If anybody doesn't know me. Anyway, to describe Antillet, she's the awesome human being I know. She was like a second mom to me and my brothers. Awesome as admirable, active. W, witty, welcoming, warm-hearted. E, easygoing, empathy, ecstatic, full of joy. S, spiritual, can be strict, but in a loving way. Very stylish, into shopping, social, and special person. O, open-hearted and organizer. M, mediator, memorable, and very merry. E, exceptional, enlightening to everyone. And that said, Antillet really means a lot to me. I've known her since I was young. Since nandun pa sila sa, bear with me. Even though nandun pa kasi sa Pilipinas, all I can remember nung maliit ako was we used to visit sa Aliw. I have fond memories of yung nandun pa buhay pa si Nanay Dad. And she used to take us to Antillet. I think if I could remember, Nanay Dad used to go visit Antillet and then Dad's house. And so when we visit Aliw, I remember we used to always wait for the taho. I don't know if you guys remember that, yung taho na in the morning, it's a sweet kind of dessert. And then pag lunchtime, sometimes they have the fish balls that they used to pass around, and we look forward to buying that. I don't know if Raymond remembers that. And Ate Baby and Cherito, if you guys are listening, I do remember you guys. I had to look at the pictures. I remember you guys did take care of me, tsaka si Raymond. And then we moved to Cebu, so we lost in touch. We didn't really get to see much of Antillet sa Cebu. And then I think I'll remember now is when we went to Aliw again for the reunion. I think it was a big party. I don't know what year that was. And I think that's when I met um, the Pangilinas for the first time, sila Ray, Joe, and Nina. It was quite overwhelming kasi maraming masyado. There were so many people. I had to call everybody titos and titas. I didn't know who was my cousin, who was ate, who was kuya. All I remember, there were so many cousins. I remember say Carol and Shauna was there, and they were, they were so active because they were into dancing and singing. And so I always kind of look up to them. Dahil I'm like, oh God, yung parang I felt very, kasi I was never been so open to everyone. So may pagkamahiyain ako, and I never was the one who likes to share. So anyway, I think Antiliad kind of noticed that in me because she always, every time she comes over or whatnot, she always makes a point to kind of talk or approach me a certain way. I think she can pick up that I was a little bit on that side. I think I got to know Antiliad on the late, I think it was late 80s or early 90s. Nung nandun pa kami sa North Ardmore. And then we moved to Laclede. She's always managed to bring pasalubongs, especially pastillas, pinipig, overall. And then yung ube niya na ginagawa niya, which was my favorite. Ever since then, she every year she comes. It seems like it because it seems like she was always visiting us, which was great. I got to know her like her. This. One thing I really like about Antiliad is she's very smiling. She laughs a lot. Minsan nakakahawa yung tawa ni Antiliad. And she has that certain thing that she lights up the room, which was it was so nice. She was such the cool aunt. Kasi like what Ray said, I mean, she was strict. However, when it comes to the younger generation or so, at that time, kami yung kabatch, si Ray, si Shauna, si Carol, and then them. I mean, she's always been the hip, the trendy aunt that you could always joke around. She won't judge you in any way. And I think she always makes a point na she likes to get everybody together. Yung parang I think everybody can relate to that. And then I think in 91, Ray or Joe, you could correct me in the dates. I'm not quite sure kung anong year when we went to the Philippines. I think Tito Rizal treated me for my graduation, I think. And I remember Dad telling me to visit. He called Chompaco, tsaka Chambensing. I don't know if you guys remember them. They were really, I think they're Lolo Paco and Tita Chambensing in Tondo. I remember that they were so welcoming. I mean, they fed us, I think it was garbanzo beans, yung matamis. That was really, it was really good. And then I don't know if they gave leche flan too, I don't know, but they were so welcoming that they gave all those desserts and they didn't have much, pero because of family, they were so giving. And then I remember Auntie Jet was, telling us stories about my dad, now how Chompaco actually was, had to hang Dad's shirt or something na kasi ang likot daw ng dad. Minsan pagka naglilinis sila, nilalagay nila si daddy na naka-t-shirt dun sa may pintuan or something para hindi malikot. All these things na yung mga storya and all that. And that was something na it was so neat kasi Auntie Yet really kind of put everybody together. Yung parang she was kind of like the glue, like someone said that or someone shared that she was the glue of the family, that she wants to put everybody together. So it was just so neat to have that. And then I think I don't know what year this was too, and Ray and Jay went. We went with the Pangilinas again for during Christmas time, and I don't know if we had. Alam ko there was a Christmas time that Antilla was so busy with preparing the food, and then ang daming tao na naman pumupunta sa bahay nila and all that. I mean, it was just an ongoing thing. And then on New Year's, it was the neat thing kasi I think Raymond said this or shared this, or was it Ray Funge? Where they had the whole fireworks. And I mean, I've never seen that kasi nung sa States, hindi naman ganyan eh. It's just, usually they have the fireworks there, hindi ikaw mismo magagawa. So they had it was quite an experience because it was neat because it was so smoky, and all of us had to wear masks just to protect our breathing because it was so foggy. I actually have the video for it, and it was just neat. Parang guerra. It was just, it was like a war that everybody was so and I think there was a video where they were actually acting it out, or there was a silhouette where they were bringing the guns and stuff, and it was just neat. But I don't know if you guys remember that. What else? Antillette was really good to us, especially when it comes to clothes. Antillette used to provide me I used to just call her, or mom used to call her to order ng dresses or gowns kasi dad was involved with Unilab, and so there were a few occasions now I had to need a gown or an outfit for this affair, and so I remember mom just sends her the measurements, and then bahala na si Antillette sa style or sa and I've always trusted her taste kasi it always turned out nice. I remember the prom dress that I had, and it turned out really good. I mean, it was a purple color at that time. I guess it was uso, but it was pretty. And then the wedding ko, I remember I ordered I asked for the souvenirs to bring, and I just told her what I wanted, yung style and whatnot, and she actually came up with the design, and it actually turned out really good, and I was really touched when I saw. Binigyan ako ng picture ni Arlene. She had texted me, and I saw that candle and her altar, and it was right next to her urn. So I kind of remember that because alam ko pinagtsamlaan ni Antillette yun. And so she came back and forth just to kind of make sure that it was the right design or the perfect design. And she was just so comforting in that sense. It was so touching, and nakita ko, naalala niya pala yun. That's why it was right next to her altar, which was so touching. And then she met John. I actually picked Antillette as my ninang for the wedding, and I remember she gave me she told me something that she said, Lorraine, when you ever get married, just remember, don't lose yourself. You make sure that you stay as an individual. Always hope you keep your savings, and just for the rainy day. Don't lose yourself in a marriage. That's one thing I admire Antillette. She kind of says na, even though if there's some unhappiness or whatnot, you still stand your ground. And that's one thing I admire Antillette. I mean, even though what happened to her or whatnot, I mean, she still stood her ground. And she was just, I mean, she was so, oh God, I don't know, I can't even describe her. She was an amazing woman. Uh, oh, bear with me, guys. Oh, okay. Okay. And then when we went home sa Pilipinas nung I was already. Oh, actually, before I go on, I just wanted to apologize. Also, I'll take this moment to apologize to Kuya Egay and Tita Ate Grace. Nung sa wedding ko, I felt actually also to Kuya Rick. I don't know if you guys knew this, but Kuya Rick used to joke around when I was nung bata pa ako, sabi niya, hoy, ako magiging ninong mo ha sa wedding. And I said, oh, syempre naman, Kuya Rick, I know that. And then and this day, I don't think anybody knows this, but I think Kuya Rick was rolling mad at me kasi hindi ko natupad yun. Kasi nung I actually had my, I had Tito Rizal and Tita Nelly and Tito Pax and Auntie Liat. And yung kapatid ng mami, si Tita Luella, siya yung asawa niya. Anyway, nung namatay si Tito Rizal, Kuya Rick, ano ako na, ganon. It just happened na kasi I was close to Joe, and so was John. John actually liked Joe as well. And so si Joe ang nag-take over, pero I felt really bad kasi it was something that I wanted Kuya Rick to be part of, but hindi nangyari. And then I remember na nung pumunta kayo sa a lot of you guys went to the wedding, and nung rehearsal dinner, I wanted all you guys to be there, but I couldn't. When you're married, you have to compromise somehow, and I couldn't have like Kuya Egay and them join the rehearsal dinner, and I know Joe was the one who explained it to them, and I'm sorry I never got the nerve to actually explain that to you guys, so I'm sorry. Anyway, so and then nung sa reunion nung umuwi kami, I think it was 2010. I remember John wait. Auntie Liat was really the organizer because she planned that whole thing out. I mean, to the detail, from the T-shirt to the matching T-shirts with the family, organizing the bus to go to Tagaytay, I think. She was so detailed. I mean, I love how she got everybody together. I mean, that was a lot of work. And then I remember the trip to Divisoria. Auntie Liat was telling me na, sabihin mo yung asawa mo, wag siya magsalita kasi hindi tayo makakuha ng bargain pagka magsasalita siya dahil English ng English yon. And so sabi ko, okay, Auntie Liat. And then I remember na John had to wear a hat para hindi siya makita na puti siya. And then when we went to Tagaytay, we checked out, I think it was Kuya Ed's beach house. So it was a fun trip. Sabi nga ni John, it's like, wow, this is so cool. Na, we have a bus, and he had a great time. Na, it was just such a great bonding experience. And then we had the birthday celebrations for all the July birthdays. That was Dad and John. Auntie Liat was so amazing na gumawa pa siya ng banner for both, and John thought that was kind of neat to have something like, nanibago siya, like, God, why are you guys so nice? I mean, it's so weird to kind of, kasi from a family like John, who's not as open and comforting and loving. I mean, they are, pero not like us. Iba yung family natin. It's different. It's just the Torres and the Aguirres, how they do that. And so I remember also a point when John is picky with his food. So Auntie Liat made a point na, kasi alam niya, John kind of liked beef. So gumawa siya ng beef stew or something, para ano ba yun, caldereta ba yun or whatnot. But it was so yung ginawa niya talaga si John, no, para John will actually eat something, and John actually loved it. So tuwang-tuwa si Ate Jess noon. I mean, she's that type of person who goes a long way just to please everyone, and it's not like it's she does it because she loves to. I mean, that's just the way she was. Um, sorry. Until that was always the reason for getting us together. She used to visit LA all the time, and it was neat because that's when everybody gets together. Like Auntie Nelly goes down with her family, and then and the Aguirres, and I mean, it's always a get together, which is, it was so neat to experience. No, I remember no Christmas kay Raymond, and then that was a fun thing, yung tatlong magkakapatid with their whole family, even though we were all squished into a house na, but I mean, we were happy. John was like, God, I love how your holidays are, with the pictures. Every action is always a picture everywhere. I mean, doon naninibago si John dahil hindi siya sanay doon, and sabi niya, oh God, here's another picture. But you know what, it was something fun that we did. Oh God, I'm shaking. Okay. And then there was a point na alam ko nasaktan si Auntie Yet with yung sa shoulder niya or something, and tinanong niya yung if I could help her with her shoulder, and it was neat that I was able to actually, with my job, I was able to help her with her shoulder. And I remember nung nilagyan ko siya ng tape, and she was so happy with that tape nung na she had to, she wanted every time na kung someone goes back or whatnot to bring a tape for her, a kinesio tape. And so I taught her how to do it and all that. And it seems to help. So I remember that nagpa-order siya ng red kasi I know she likes red. And so I think the one I sent her was not really red because they didn't have a specific red color, but and she got that, and she also likes Aveeno, her lotion that she always asks for. And so ano pa yun? And then I've been texting her a few times, certain things yung nasasaktan siya or whatnot. And I remember she was telling me with her knee, and I was encouraging her. Sabi ko, Tita Liat, keep working hard with that knee kasi I know masakit niya na surgery. I know Dad went through it, but but it will. And I think she was doing well until she had that complication on her knee, which was kind of, I felt really bad that she had to go through that because but I think she did bounce back because I mean she went to the wedding and all that stuff. So, which I was kind of bummed that I didn't get to go to your wedding, Chriselle. I wanted to, but I couldn't go. So unfortunately, I missed that. Sorry. I really regretted na hindi ako nakapunta dyan. So, and the last one that I really regret was not being able to talk to Auntie Yet on Christmas kasi I know they were passing the phone around, but hindi nakarating sa akin, so I didn't get to say goodbye. I meant to say hi to her. I know I spoke to her I think one time nung hindi na nakakasalita si Auntie Yet. And it just happened. I was at Dad's house, and I did talk to him just for a little bit. Actually, it was more of the caregiver who I spoke to. But hindi ko narinig yung boses ni Auntie Yet and that's what I miss. She has that voice now, was just yung masyadong excited, or she's just very very. Oh God, I can't even think. I'll talk. Anyway, she lights up the room when she talks. Yung parang masyado siyang alive and, full of excitement. So, I just miss that. And I don't know it's how I'm gonna let go. I know sabi niyo i-surrender si Tita Lian, but at this point hindi ko pa kaya. It's hard to let go. Because she was someone aside my mom who understood me in some ways. She just had that gift on her, I think. And then lastly, I just wanted to share this. I shared this to my mom because I didn't get to say goodbye to her. So it just happened that I have a dog now, and so it just happened that, and I shared this to John too. Napansin ko when I was cooking, 3 beses na nangyari. I was cooking, ako lang mag-isa sa bahay, and it just happened kasi yung aso ko, he usually barks when he needs to go he wants to go outside to go potty, or if he kind of sees this reflection in the window, and he barks. But other than that, he's usually pretty good and he stays quiet. But there were a couple of times when I was at home, I was cooking, and he started barking, like he was just looking at the ceiling, and he kept barking. Sabi ko, Bailey, stop it. Sabi ko, what is going on? And then and then I kind of remember, I'm like, oh, I wonder if that's Auntie Yet. I said, hey, Bailey, that's okay. Auntie Yet is just visiting. Don't, she's okay. She's really nice. Auntie Yet, if it is you're welcome in the house. I do miss you. And then tumigil si Bailey. He did not bark. And it was just kind of comforting. Sabi ko, Auntie Yet, kayo yan ha. And then after that, nawala na. And then tahimik na si Bailey. And then that happened 2 more times each time. So I feel that maybe that was Auntie Yet trying to say goodbye to me. So, I mean, I know Kuya Egay made a point the other time too, na sabi niya, you can't blame anybody for this, but I do blame the pandemic. I feel like we need to sa pandemic na to. Auntie Yet will still be here. Dahil, with us being isolated from all these things and not being able to do the things that we want to do. And Auntie Yet was the type of person who loves people, who loves going out, who loves dancing, who loves socializing. And I think being cooped up, so not being able to do the things that she wanted to, but I feel like, not that she gave up, it's just that it's not something, it was a life that she wanted to do. And I really feel that I know God has his purpose, but this pandemic, I feel, has really brought has taken a lot of people that we love, and it's just really hard. So anyway, that's all I wanted to share. So, pasensya na kayo if I can. I didn't want to have this audio because I am falling apart. So anyway, I'm back. I'm sorry, everyone. So I just wanted to tell you, Egay, at the end, and you guys have a special mom. And you'll always be a mom to everyone, to all of us. She made a big difference to all of us. So I do miss her. I really do. Every day, nagdadasal ko siya with Kuya Rico. You had a special dad too, which I dearly miss. And I know to this day, I think she's still mad at me. But I just hope he did understand. So anyway, that's my sharing for today.
Tita Lorraine.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lorraine.
Thanks, Lorraine.
You, Tita Lorraine.
Thank you, Lorraine.
Please don't cry na.
That was really nice, Lorraine. Thank you.
Oh, all right.
Thanks, Lorraine.
Thank
Thank-
you
Ah,
so much.
Thank you,
And
Tita Lorraine. It's really nice.
Welcome.
and we really appreciate the memories that go way, way back. Parang you really
Yep.
remembered a lot, especially during your stay here in the Philippines. And you know, we same as you, I also have that same regret of not being able to talk to Mommy Ju before she passed. uh like hindi ko rin siya nakausap when the whole time she was in the hospital because I deliberately did not call in the hopes, because in my head she would be discharged. I was really hoping. I didn't call for Christmas, I didn't call for New Year, because no one, at least nung time na yon, I didn't really get much updates, so parang to me no news was good news. I did try to visit the hospital, pero because of the pandemic, I only got to the door of the ICU, but they didn't let me in. And but yeah, I feel the same way, and but we appreciate your words, Tita Lorraine. I know, it took a lot from you. I didn't know that you were a shy person. Parang pag ina-entertain mo kaming mga pamangkin mo when we're in the States, parang you seem so extroverted. I didn't know that you were mahiyain pala. And I
It's
keep,
actually, I'm okay pag one-to-one, pero
Yeah.
pagkadating sa crowd, I freeze up. I get nervous. Like that's why kung nandun kayo, usually I tend to take yung mga papamangkin solo.
yeah.
Kasi I get to spend time one-on-one than having in a bunch, kasi usually nawawala ako sa crowd because I tend to be just to listen than instead of sharing. So yeah, even at school, it's always been like that. I'm not good with speeches like Raymond or Jay because they're so open. I kind of freeze up. So pasensya na.
No, it's okay. Thank you, Tita Lorraine. Sobrang na-appreciate namin. We really, really appreciate that. And your sharing. We thank you for
Ray,
sharing
we
your
can-
stories.
We can feel your love. We can feel your love kay Mommy Ju.
Sobra.
Thank you for
Thank you.
reminding of those. Your memory is so good, Ted.
Yeah, your
Thank
memory
you.
is so good. And I'm surprised na magaling ka talaga mag-Tagalog, Tita Lorraine. You didn't forget. Para ayan niya talaga yung maano sa akin. Ang galing pala niya talaga mag-Tagalog. I keep forgetting. Thank you.
How come
Thank
you don't
you.
say that about me, huh? Bakit? Oh, what's wrong with me, huh? Bakit hindi sa
Hey,
akin? Tama
Jay,
mo, ah.
you're the
Ikaw!
first of all, you're the favorite now. Okay, when it comes to Auntie Jet, ikaw parate. So it's like chill.
No, sa Tagalog. I'm saying sa Tagalog. Hindi ako
Oh.
magaling.
Huwag ka na makipag-compete sa Tagalog. Pang chismisan lang yung Tagalog. Kuya Joy, joke lang. Thank you. I think, sorry ha, I want to call on one more person kasi nandito siya. Eric, baka gusto mo naman mag-share. So, syempre dahil ate ako talaga, nagtatawag ako ng mga pinsan ko. Eric, yo.
You
Go,
like
Kuya
Mommy
Eric.
Ju, nag-roll call ka na.
Yeah, ako na yung next Mommy Ju. Yo, baka gusto mo naman mag-share any stories about Mommy Ju kasi
Yeah,
ito
Kuya
inaantay
Eric.
namin eh.
Me?
He said he
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it
Kahit-
time?
Yeah.
Are we ending?
Yes.
No, we're not. Yeah, well, we can end after you.
Are we ending? Are you waiting for me?
No,
Just
because
waiting for me?
you're here. Because the other days you weren't here, so that's why I
Yeah,
asked baka you could
my
share.
boss is being erratic. Hold on. If someone's gonna share ahead of me, they can. Let me just organize my thoughts because I just literally got back.
Okay.
For
I'm eating
tomorrow,
microwave.
I
I'm
think-
eating a microwave torta. Look at that.
I think Kuya Eric wanted to share tomorrow ata. Kung
No,
hindi-
I will share. I want to share anytime. It's just my boss has been really erratic recently, and she's been such a slave driver.
Oh, okay. It's okay.
So I
No,
would share whenever I want.
Yeah,
I mean, I could share whenever I would share whenever I could.
yeah.
I could do it now, but just let me organize my thoughts because I literally just got back in home.
It's okay,
I-
Eric. Sige, no problem.
Eric.
No, yeah.
Espérame.
Eric.
Yes.
I can share a little something while you
Okay.
gather your thoughts,
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
I'll
go,
gather my
Tita
thoughts.
Daisy.
Bye.
if that's
Thanks, Tita
okay.
Daisy. Yes, of course. Go ahead.
Sure. So I'm Tita Daisy. I'm married to Mommy Ju's nephew, one of her nephews, Ray Torres Pangilinan. And my fond memories of meeting the whole family was, first of all, everyone is wonderful and amazing. Everyone made me feel welcome, especially Mommy Ju, the queen. She, my fond memories of her were she liked to cook, and she would ask me, Daisy, what do you want me to teach you? What's your favorite food? And I said, everything. I like everything. What do you want to teach me? And then she taught me how to cook the cassava with this simple syrup. You know, she said, you just keep stirring this. And then soon the sugar water turned into a thick syrup. And it was so chewy, I couldn't replicate it again. I was like, how do you do that? So I kept asking her, can you teach me again? But, and then she said, do you like dinuguan? And I said, I love dinuguan. And she taught me how to do that. And I watched, and I was in awe of the process, especially adding the special sauce. I was like, wow, if I wasn't a nurse, I don't know. But it tastes, the process is not very nice, but the result was amazing. So I told Mommy Ju, I think I'm gonna leave the cooking to you. I don't think I'm gonna cook that. In my mind, I did tell her I'm not gonna cook it, but she made great dinuguan. Also, she loved to shop. Everyone knows that. And she would make paalam. She said, Daisy, I'm gonna go shopping, but I'm gonna go to Tito Romi's house first before coming back, you know, to drop off the things that I buy. Because, you know, your mom, Mommy Nelly, she doesn't like that. She doesn't like when I do that, go shopping. So just kind of, she basically told me, keep it on the down low that I'm going shopping. So I said, oh, no problem. Enjoy, enjoy. And then of course, when Mommy Ju left with, you know, with the family to help her go shopping, to drive her, my mom, my mother-in-law would say, oh, she's gonna go shopping again. Kung anong bibili niyan. You know, mom would, because she is a loving ate, you know, she was concerned about that. And I would just nod my head, oh, yeah. But I don't think Mommy Ju knows that, because I never shared with her. Later, you know, because how many times they've come to visit, mom, my mother-in-law would say the same thing, like, oh, she's gonna shop again. I don't think Mommy Ju knows that I defended her finally, like her last visit. I said, Mom, you know, Mommy Ju loves to shop, and you have to realize when she shops here, she gets it at great prices. Imagine if she buys all these things in the Philippines, it's so expensive there. But if she buys it here in the States, it's, you know, there's no profit on that. So she gets a good deal. So let her shop, let her get all the stuff she likes, because she gets a good deal. And Mom didn't say anything. Normally she'll say something, but it looked like she was thinking about it. So Mommy Ju, just to let you know, I defended you. And I think Mom might have realized that I was right. You're getting a good deal. So that's what I wanted to share about Mommy Ju. She's a wonderful aunt. She loved our family, my children, and may she rest in peace. She'll be missed. I know I told Grace this, that she seemed like too young to pass away, too young to be taken from us. But when you can't walk because of pain and her mobility was hindered because of that, I think that's a deal breaker, and I know it's cliche to say that she's in a better place, but I'm sure she didn't realize it while she was here, but now that she's with our Lord, she's looking down upon us and saying, I'm okay. So thank you, everyone. And that's it. I love everybody. And may Mommy Ju rest in peace. I love you, Mommy Ju. Thank you.
Thanks, Tita Daisy.
Thank you, Tita
Thanks,
Daisy.
sis.
Thank you, Daisy.
Thank you, Days.
Thank you.
Thank you. Parang ano no, everyone, a lot of people really love the dinuguan of Mommy Ju. You're not the first one to say that. So just to share with you, kaming magpipinsan, meaning me and yung mga anak ni Tito Egay and Tito Ed. I'm not sure, hindi lahat to, pero I personally don't eat dinuguan. So I actually skip that pag nasa handaan yun. I think my other cousins also don't like dinuguan. Not necessarily Mommy Juice dinuguan, but in general, they don't like dinuguan. So we were talking about learning. I was telling the cousins na we have to learn the recipes now na she's gone, because who else will cook them? So I was listing down the food that she would use to make. And then I said, I have to pass on learning the dinuguan and yung bopis because I really don't eat that. Wala ko appreciation for that. I'm sorry. So, but thank you, Tita Daisy. And all that shopping talk made us all want to shop na in real life. So thank you so much. Is there anyone else? I'm not sure kung may naka-line up pa.
Just a quick follow-up.
Yeah, go Belly.
I don't really eat dinuguan, but I would eat Mommy Juice.
Yeah, that's
If
what
you're gonna
most
eat
people would
dinuguan,
say.
eat Mommy Juice dinuguan.
I know.
Maybe a segue to Kuya Eric. I remember you had a really high suspension on your car, and Mommy Ju was the one who was gonna ride with you. And when she was going in, oh Eric, ayaw mo ba ako? You don't want me to ride with you, but you helped her out, and I don't know, Mommy Ju really cares about you, Kuya Eric, and she'll do anything for you, even if it means climbing your high suspension car. So yes.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, Eric, it's your time to shine na.
Is Chelsea here?
Yeah, she's
Yes, I'm
here.
here.
Oh man, you're there. Okay, so it's my turn to share. I wanted to share on a different day, but I've been in and out of work recently. My boss is being erratic. Okay, where do I begin? Okay, let's begin from the start. Amongst all the cousins here, I was the last one to live in the old generation Aliw. Maybe EA was there, but he was too young to remember. Crisel and her family lived in Pasadena. And I was the boy wearing brief, walking around. And they would always say, you know, like all the cousins, not cousins, all the uncles, all the relatives, all the friends would say that, oh, Mommy Ju is so strict. Her and her sisters are so strict. And like, we knew it. Me, EA, Crisel, like, oh, wag kang makulit, papagalitan ka niyan. Or si Auntie Nelly, or si Auntie Luz. And although maybe at my age and in those years, they weren't at their peak anymore. Unlike with Tito J, baka napagod na sila with Tito J. So I would always be curious. I would always be curious to what extent can I be makulit and see if she gets mad at me. And it was always a little game for me to do something stupid and see if she's gonna get mad. And Mommy Ju never got mad. That's why it's what me and Chelsea, and we came to the conclusion that I'm Mommy Ju's favorite, because Mommy Ju never got mad at me. I would do the dumbest things or be late or be absent from family gatherings, and she would never get mad. And then later on, I realized that she had her way of making lambing to me, wherein she was always mad. She would call me up and start, hindi ka ba magte-thank you? Nasaan ka? Hindi ka nagpakita, blah, 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 blah. And then she would just ask me to visit her. And that's how she makes lambing to me. She would go to me and say, there was this one time, I was on a really strict diet and I lost so much weight. Like, hindi ka ba kumakain? Hindi ka nagpapakita, no? And all she wanted to do was for me to visit her in Aliw and for me to get some take home to bring to work. So I have Tupperwares of food in the fridge at work from her. She would say that she wants to ride with me in my car. And I would say, wag na, Mommy Ju, baka mahirap sumakay. And she would say, ayaw mo ba kasama? And start getting mad at me. This is how she always was since I was young. And I know Eli feels it. I know Eli gets that part also now, before. And yeah, that's my memory of Mommy Ju growing up. Like I would always see where my kakulitan will take me with her, and she never got mad at me until I got older. Through the years, more recently, the past few years, Manila has been experiencing more and more traffic. To get from the office or wherever back to home, which was 3 kilometers, would take almost 2 hours every day. And what I would do, because Aliw would be the midpoint between home and office, is I would visit Mommy Ju and I would have merienda. I would visit Mommy Ju and I would have merienda. I'd call her and then I'd say, "Me, nasa bahay ka." And at that time, she didn't walk around much anymore. This was the time where she was always either manas or couldn't get out of bed or in a wheelchair. So she would say, "Oh, siyempre, sa bahay ako. Saan pa ka pupunta?" And start like ranting. She would start ranting and be that way. And when it became a habit for me to stop by like twice or thrice a week in Aliw, the meriendas kept on getting better. I would have champurrado. I would have, sometimes she would make ube, sometimes she would make or buy different kapanins. Sometimes she would straight up make lumpiang Shanghai for merienda. And that's what I do. I'd go to Aliw, I'd use the bathroom. She either made merienda or had Nanay Mel cook something up. And then I would eat with her while she was in bed. And she would always make me sermon. She would always make me sermon about always one thing, that I was absent or that I was not doing something correctly or I had to do something. And that was the lesson in the previous years that I learned, that she has been trying to teach me from way back, which was the word obligation. And Mommy Ju would always be so heavy about that word. Obligasyon mo yan eh. Pumunta ka simbahan, magdasal ka nga. Or obligasyon mo yan eh. November 1, di ka sumasama sa Loyola. Nandun yung mga pamilya natin. Like she would always do this. Like me, malilate lang ako or when I would talk to Crystal na yari ako, she's gonna get so mad at me because I'm not gonna be able to attend her birthday or I'm not gonna be early in her birthday. And she was saying, obligasyon mo punta dun eh. Papakainin ka na nga eh, pumunta ka na ng birthday ko. She would say something like that. And that's one thing I learned later on, that Mommy Ju always was trying to teach me that there's something called responsibility, but there's something further called obligation. And obligation isn't a hassle. Obligation can be enjoyable as long as you know the reason why you feel that obligation. And it's because we are family. And Mommy Ju, she didn't say it much, or she would push it towards me a lot, but she never said that look at me, because Mommy Ju was the living example of how to practice and being obligated to be like the lola of the family, to be the leader lola who's always making sermon to people. And that obligation is enjoyable because it's with people you love and you care for, and the same way back at you. So yeah, it's until now, diba? It's like I have work, my boss, and it's, oh man, these people are so lazy. These like the people I have at work are the laziest people I've ever experienced in the whole world ever. So it's true what they say. And even if I can't make it, my time is different, I walk home from work. Sometimes I can't get home from work because they would want me to do something else. And my school, it's the third year my school has an English program. So basically I am the book. They make me type lots of pages to make books for them, and I don't get paid extra. And until now that Mommy Ju passed away, she makes it a point to send the message that I have the obligation to be in the novena on Zoom and talk. That's what she would say, like, oh, speech. And then of course the speech would be voluntary. Pag birthday niya, when it's her birthday, oh, have a speech. And then everyone speaks. Ikaw, Eric, wala kang speak? Wala kang speech? Like, wala. Gumawa ka. And until now, I feel obligated to. I want to. It's just, it's been weird. It's been a weird time now because we just recently got back, and with COVID and all, it's bothering a lot of people. So at first I was thinking to record myself, pero baka pangit. So I'd rather do it as early as now. Kasi I don't know. I mean, I want to. And that's another lesson Mommy Ju left for me, that it's not an obligation anymore if you actually want to be a part, if you enjoy being there. So that's the memory I have of Mommy Ju.
Yay!
Oh, no.
Ang galing.
Oh man, is that Ethan? Why is there a frog?
Eric, hindi mo kunento yung do you remember na kinausap tayo ng priest? So syempre nilaglag ko na siya.
What did the priest say?
What did the priest say? Di ba kinulong tayong dalawa sa kwarto, and then
Maybe he oppressed it.
I don't remember.
Maybe he repressed it from his memory.
Yung pare?
Yeah!
Baka minules siya ako
Gagi, hindi.
Hey!
Priest went to Aliw.
Oh my God, Eric.
I'm not sure if it was Aliw or in the office, but yeah. But
Si ito si
anyway.
Father Bacos?
No. We were old na. Ate Ix was also there.
Yeah.
I don't remember. What did the priest say?
Wala. Sinermonan tayo and we just rolled our eyes like, oh, what's happening?
I
After
don't remember.
You don't remember? Oh my gosh.
Repressed memories.
Yeah,
don't
repressed
like
memories.
Alam
Sorry.
yun. Hindi ko alam
Wait.
yun.
Was the focus
Yeah.
on Eric lang talaga? Was the focus on Eric lang ba talaga? You know? Even though it's for
Yeah.
all of you guys, yung focus dun kay Eric lang ba?
Did you notice na yung kwento ni Eric about Mommy Ju? Sigaw ng sigaw si Mommy Ju sa kanya.
It's me.
That's it.
It's for me. It's for me.
Ganon sila
That's her lambing. That's her lambing to me.
Yeah, ganon sila.
Oo, ganun nga yung lambing ni Mommy Ju sa kanya. Sinisigawan
Pero hindi
parati.
ko alam yun. Secret ba yun? Ninyo nila, Mami Ju?
No, parang I
Baka secret
forgot.
ng priest sa akin ah.
I forgot if
Oh man.
I forgot if it was in the office or in Aliw. Pero si Ate Ix also remembers eh. Basta parang basta kinausap kami. Pero nakalimutan ko na yung mga sinabi. But I forgot also why the priest was there. Kung pinag-pray ba niya yung family. Pero basta kwinarto kami tapos sinermonan kami.
Yung age nyo, nag-rebelde kayo.
Yeah. Tapos siguro hindi kasi masabi, hindi kami mapagalitan ni Mommy Ju. So dinaan na lang niya sa pare.
Suswerte ninyo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Unang apo kasi si Eric and Priscilla, no?
yeah, una kami. That's why hindi na kami
Suswerte
mapagalitan.
ninyo.
May question lang ako.
Yes.
I don't know kung alam nyo kung ano yung brief sinasabi ni Eric.
Yung naglalakad sa bahay na naka-brief? I know, I don't. Yeah. May
Parang si Ethan, di ba? Parang,
Yeah, like Ethan.
There's
Yeah.
a picture of Kuya Eric na sa loob ng vacuum.
Oh,
na
that's Tito
linagay
Egay.
ata ni
I
Tito
remember
Egay.
that.
Yeah, Tito
Vacuum?
Eric with the inside the vacuum.
Galing Parkview yung vacuum na yun eh.
Oh my
Hindi.
vacuum yun.
Ganyan yan. Ganyan niya si Kuya Egay. Pag may favorite si Mami Ju, nagsiselo siya, kagaya kay Eli. Selos na selos.
Ano yun? No, actually, si Eric nung bata, he's always wearing running around in a brief, ano?
Oh, there.
That's why when they're moving out the house, I suggested he undergo debriefing, you know?
Ano ba?
Ayan na.
Bye, Bree. Nagbabay na si Bree, sorry. O, kailangan may punchline. Eric, thank you for sharing. We miss you back here.
Yes.
I hope you're well.
I'm very good here.
I know, feeling ko naman, mas masaya ka dyan. Good for you. Thank you. Sorry, is there anyone else pa ba na mag-share for tonight? Or meron pa naman tomorrow, pero alam ko, si Tito Douglas tomorrow. Abang na abang din kami sa kwento tomorrow.
Meron akong request for Douglas.
Yes.
Di ba bukas ang sharing ni Douglas? Pero if he can make it in 2 parts, para yung last night natin, siya ulit.
May part 2.
Oo, pwede naman.
May part 2 kasi. For sure, mahaba yun.
Dalawang episode.
Part 1 for Tito Rick's birthday.
Habaan.
Sige, tingnan ko. Paano ko hahatiin
Part
sa
1
dalawa?
for Tito Rick's birthday po.
Excited pa lahat. Excited pa lahat.
Meron ako i-share na mabilis.
Sige, okay. Siguro sisimulan ko yung, alam mo, I know how to
Para pang finale.
Siguro yung isa, first part would be dealing with yung hindi pa tao yung mga apo ni Auntie Liet. For them to get a glimpse of what the family was during those days. And siguro later on yung mga dyan na sa Aliw, yung setup sa Aliw. Probably tao na yung iba hindi pa, I just don't know. But that's, kasi recall that I was out of the country for more than 10 years. So if you will recall, daming reunion during sa panahon ninyo na wala ako.
Yes.
I was out of the country. So I was in a foreign station. So I really missed a lot of the reunions na habang lumalaki yung mga bata. No? I was out of the country. But pag nandito naman ako sa Manila, I could say that I always maintain good communication with Auntie Liet. nagte-text ako dyan. Hindi ko alam na marunong na pala siya mag-Viber. Nagba-Viber nung may Viber, nagba-Viber na kami. But before that, text na kami ng text ni Auntie Jet. Kumustahan lang. Yan lang. So, sige, ako bahala. Hahatiin natin yan.
Guárdalo para mañana, Tío Douglas.
Vale.
Perfecto.
Sí, vale.
Andre.
Espera un poquito.
Okay. Sige, bukas ako magsisimula. After, kung meron gusto makuna, tapos ako.
Yeah.
Sige.
Thank you.
Okay.
Meron
Thank
ako
you.
meron
Yes,
ako
Tito Ed.
mabilis na i-share. Actually, naalala ko lang to after magsalita ni Lorraine but it's not really about Mommy Ju, necessarily about Mommy Ju. I remember yung house nila sa Mandaluyong along Tanglao Street. One time merong family, I'm not sure kung ano yung occasion, probably I think housewarming nung bahay sa Tanglao. So, yung baso nila Tito Romy, nagbibidahan sila ni Tito Dading. Sabi ni Tito Dading, ba, maganda yung baso mo Duralex, made in France. Hindi yan nababasag. Sabi ni Tito Romy, syempre, yung mga imported yung baso ko. So what Tito Dading did was dropped it from about waistline and dropped the glass. And then true enough, it bounced back. Hindi nabasag. And then Tito Dading caught the glass again. Sabi niya, magaling talaga. Subukan nga natin kung ganito kataas. So Tito Dading let go. Nag-bounce back, hindi rin nabasag. Pero midway, biglang nag-crack somewhere. So nabawasan yung made in France na baso ni Tito Romy.
So, yun. So, that should give yung mga apo a glimpse of kung ano yung pamilya noong araw. That is one example. Sinabi ni Eddie Boy na yan. Ganun ang pamilya noong araw. Marami pa kayo maririnig bukas.
Okay.
Kung paano kulitan. Hindi pa usig salita pasaway noong araw. But hindi naman pasaway, but doon yung makikita. Tomorrow, I will describe everything to you.
Looking forward na kami, Tito Douglas. Ilang araw na kaming
Yeah, Tito
abang
Douglas.
promise.
Kay Ganas Tengo.
Oo, magpupuyat po ako bukas.
I worked na away na isi-situate natin lahat si Antigit doon. Makikita ninyo. Chelsea, don't fail. Baka bukas sabi mo, wala ka.
No, I'll stay. Para GC.
Don't falta
Sí. Yo quedo. Yo quedo aquí.
Vale.
¿Por qué?
Vale.
Ay, baka naka-on masike. Baka hindi na makaintindi.
Parang
si
umalis
Kenya.
na siya. Umalis na po siya. Nauna
Umalis
na
na?
po.
Oo. Kasi
Bukas.
pagka nagkakasila kami, hindi nakakaintindi yun
All right.
Google Translate can't
Sige.
keep up with all of
Okay.
you.
Thank you. Thank you sa lahat.
Okay, bye.
Thank
everyone.
you,
Thanks,
everyone.
Thank you sa mga nag-share. Maraming salamat.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks.
And thank you for waking up so early, LA relatives.
Yes.
Here, Eric in Madrid.
Girls,
Ingat.
don't leave.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, man.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
See you everyone tomorrow.
Chelsea,
See you.
Bye, Kuya Eric.
No, don't say bye. Stay.
Bye. End meeting. Kuya Rico, end meeting.
Chelsea.
Kuya Eric.
Quieres mi presentar mi novia. Pero
Okay, adios.
espérate, porque...
Tío Douglas, Eric no.
Espérame,
Eric no
porque
habla muy
dormido
bien.
en mi cama.
Okay, bye.
Bye, everyone. I'm ending the call.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Eric, thank you for sharing also. Bye.
Alright, I'll try to make it on the weekend. Tomorrow is going to be weird because usually Fridays, lasing yung mga tao sa school
Sige.
Take care,
No,
man.
I work with alcohol.
Oh, cool. Like Bacardi levels?
No, I mean, I teach Like right now, I teach wine tasting.
Oh,
And because of
nice.
COVID, we can't spit it out.
Oh, shucks.
We just drink it.
Oh no.
Sana I could like send you guys the things that we make, because like I have a full closet here. I have a full closet of the different projects. I have a full closet of the different projects of my students. Like I would have champagne, and I would have all these. So sana I could send it home pero I don't know, it's hard.
You
Baka
cannot
matax ka
bring
pa.
home, so you would have to drink them all.
Show us na lang the effects of each one.
Ito, so ina, di ba? Gusto ka, yeah.
All right. Anyway, all right, guys.
Did Chelsea leave now?
Was Chelsea here? Yeah, she left now.
She left now.
All right.
Oh, man.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay, bye.
Good night.
Thank you. Lina, bye. Wala ang Tito Ron. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Tito Roms. Bye, Loy. Advance happy birthday, Rick. Okay, bye na talaga.
Bye-bye.